Hello, great people. We have the man himself, Bradley Taylor, with us today. And we have some questions for the man. But first thing first, Mr. Taylor, how are you doing today?
What's going on, fam? Listen, we glad to be here. Thank you for this opportunity to share my heart. And I'm ready to get to it, so let's go. What you got for me today? What's the questions?
Okay, so how does it feel to have completed another morning momentum that is based on the fast?
So it feels great. It feels like I'm giving people tools, like it feels like I'm giving people a place to start. So even though we start our fast at the beginning of the year in January, I wanted to make sure that I did this fast edition in such a way that people could follow these tools at any point in the year when they're just looking to start over. I think that's what makes this one different. Usually I just deal with a topic and I deal with that topic throughout the month. But for this fast edition, I wanted to make sure that I dealt with every trigger or every key point in the progression, in what's necessary to keep moving, to keep momentum, to keep focus, to get yourself back grounded and consecrated. And so we bounced around a little bit because I wanted to give people tools that whenever they needed a new start, whether it was a corporate fast or an individual consecration, they had the tools they need to get jump started again.
Wow, that is you are so inspirational.
Come on, man.
So continuing on, as the teacher / coach of Morning Momentum, is there any difference in how you approach this last month series from the rest of them?
Yeah, so kind of along the same lines. I approached it different because this last series, the Fast and the Focus, was specific to someone trying to get either dedicated again, reconsecrated, or somebody just have lost their way and understands that, or somebody stuck in a place and they need tools to get them unstuck, right? So normally my topics are for somebody who just wants to get better in life, but this one, again, I think is so unique because it speaks and is a companion. It's married to a decision to consecrate and fast. That without the decision to fast and consecrate, then this month series wouldn't help you much because it gives you tools when you make that other decision. So I think that's the difference. The other series stood alone and stood by themselves, but this one was a component that was helpful based on another decision that we have already made within ourselves to get ourselves focused again and get consecrated again. So I think that's the difference. The other one stood on their own. This one was actually married to another decision. Yeah, so that's what I would say about that.
I can definitely, because I would definitely watch them myself, you definitely had a different, for lack of a better term, oil on this one than you do for the rest of them.
Yeah.
You gave some very driving topics that I personally feel if someone were to have watched everything, their life has to be changed.
Wow, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes.
I really I prayed on it and really consecrated on what it is I needed to say to keep people in the consecration mode.
Definitely. So, as we embark on a new year and new things, we tend to set goals and aspirations for ourselves of what we want to accomplish going into a new year. So starting this year, what were, some of your goals and aspirations for this first month of Momentum?
Well, listen, everybody, let me look in this camera because I want you to understand this. I wanted Morning Momentum to be a part of your New Year's resolution. I wanted, what I envisioned for Morning Momentum as we started a new year, as people started to regather themselves and understand what was important for them to have a successful year, I wanted Morning Momentum to be a part of that decision. I really did. I really wanted Morning Momentum to be something that it became a habit into our morning routine, so that we started the year in a way that we continue with this even after January into next year. And so that was my goal for it, that we would get new followers that saw the benefit in what we did, that the word would spread, and so that people would see the value of starting their day at a place where they can gain momentum.
Wow, I can definitely
Yeah.
see where your goals have portrayed into the first month. You know, a lot of people, they don't really hit their goals until halfway through the year.
Right.
And I've been seeing in this ministry that you have a level of reaching that it's just uncommon. It has to be God. It has to be. And you know, I was watching when you hit that milestone. You talked about it in the episode of hitting 100 people, and in that same episode, you hit it. How did that feel for you, hitting that milestone?
Man, it just felt like it validated that God was in this. Like, that was actually the 1-year anniversary of when we started Morning Momentum. And we had been grinding for a year. When people don't understand, when they finally see success, they don't understand the behind-the-scenes work and the grind that comes along with getting to a certain point. So I wanted to make sure, number one, that I had goals set for the year, just like everybody else did about their personal life. I wanted to set those about what we were doing with the platform. And for that to happen, for the goal that I set to happen the first day, it let me see, number one, God was in it. Number two, I was thinking too small, right? So I immediately went to 250. So what's the next goal? It made me feel confident, though, that the impact was there, right? The assignment was still validated, and that people were seeing value in what we were doing. So it made me feel good.
Wow. That is amazing to hear. And you know, with all the work that you put in, and I'm pretty sure the prayer and the way God has been moving, you know, you can't do it by yourself, you know? And it comes to a place to where I feel as if with any good ministry, the viewers have to have a part in it. So my question to you is, how can the viewers of Momentum help to grow this ministry?
Whew, that's a great question. I'm going to say it like this. Let me look into this camera again. I'm going to say it like this. How you can help, if it's blessing you, chances are it's going to bless people who you hang out the most, or who you hang out with the most. Minds that are similar move together. And so if it's been a transforming thing in your life, there is a great chance that it will transform the life of somebody that you love. And so all I ask is, and we've built this platform by this, we share stuff, we do reels, but I believe our growth has been organic in the way that we tag and we share and we invite other people that we love into a conversation, into a platform that has helped us tremendously. So if you love this platform, why would you keep it to yourself? If you are a viewer, right, that's the best thing you can do for Morning Momentum if you want to see it reach the heights that you believe that it should be. It's taking it upon yourself to share it with your community and with the people that you have influence with. That's all I ask. If it's blessing you, chances are it's going to bless more around you.
You know, that's very true, you know. Old people used to say, monkey see, monkey do. So it's gonna pass around for sure. Definitely gonna pass around.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, as a viewer myself, I can definitely say that you know, I love every single episode, but there are some episodes that just speak to my heart differently from others.
What's that?
And it comes. Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. The first week when you came in. It was my first fast too, and you were, getting us ready for the fast. And I was already in a place myself to where I've never fasted before. So this was new territory for me, and I'm pretty sure there's other people that was watching that this was their first fast as well.
Yeah.
And the way that you guided us into this new step of a yes in our life, it really helped having not just coaching, but an understanding coach that knows what we need and knows how to give it to us.
Amen.
So that getting in from episode 1, this was honestly, I've been a Momentum watcher for a while now. This had to be my favorite series.
Awesome. Wow. Okay.
Definitely. What was one of your favorite teachings from this past series?
From this past series, okay. I thought you were going another place. I thought you was going to ask me what's my favorite one from Momentum Period. But this past series.
That's next.
All right. This past series, man, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I think probably my favorite, my most impactful, I think for me, teaching was the session I did on finding or getting our focus. Because I believe focus is very key to direction. Focus is very key to purpose and to successful direction, if that makes sense. I think a lot of us, all of us can see, most of us can see, but having the ability to see is different from having the ability to focus. And one of the points that I'll never forget from that was the Lord showed me that even though in seeing, the goal is to eliminate blindness, but when you gain focus, elements of blindness must return. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that like I never saw it before. And what that mean is, when I'm focused on something, there's simply other things that I have to be blind to. It's not called focus if I see everything in the room. It can't be focused if I see everything in my view. It's not focus if I see everything in front of me. Focus means I decide to look at some things and I make a decision to be blinded by others, right? There's a quote that says the only way that you can see obstacles if you take your eyes off of the goal. So I can't look at obstacles and goals at the same time, or I'm not focused, right? Focus says I got to decide on which one I look at, and I got to decide to be blinded by the other ones that I choose not to look at. So that's probably was the most impactful to me, because I think a lot of people can hear the right word, have the right instructions, be moving in the right direction, but lose focus.
Definitely,
yeah.
Definitely. It can be easy losing focus in life because there's so many different distractions. But with you pushing this idea of focus, and then I remember you had brought up the aspects of focus and faith, and how your faith is where you're focused at. Mm-hmm. And I tell you that thing hit me in a way, and I had to do some self-reflecting, and I was like, where is my focus? Is my focus where it's supposed to be? Is my focus on God? Yeah. Is my focus where God wants my focus to be? Yeah. And it really put a light bulb.
Yeah, that's critical what you just said. The place you're focused is the place where you've placed your faith. You can't put your faith in a place that doesn't have your focus. And a lot of us try to live our life that way, focusing on something but having faith in something else. If my focus is on my obstacles, then my faith can't be on the promise. My faith has got to be in the obstacles, because that's where I put my focus. And I believe, and faith is just this. We all have faith in something. Faith is just what you decide to believe. So we can have faith in it not working more than we have faith in it working. Your faith is active, it's just in the wrong place. You see what I'm saying? So when your focus lines up, it's going to reveal where your faith is. And sometimes when you're focused on the wrong thing, you realize your faith is for the wrong thing. And before you move your faith into the right direction, you got to change your focus. Man, that's so good. Don't ask me to say it again. You better get it on the replay.
Another Taylorism. There needs to be a shirt, a Taylorism shirt. That
Right.
needs to be made. That definitely needs to be made. So,
What's up?
as we are, well, actually, before I even ask that, what now? Because I'm curious now. What was your favorite teaching out of all the momentums?
Yeah.
I gotta know.
It's a tough one again, but it would have to be In Spite Of. The series I did, simply entitled In Spite Of. Because a lot of us, again, we can get position right. We can be doing the right thing at the right time, but because of circumstances, we don't do it long enough. For some of us, it's too easy for us to stop. But the whole idea of doing it in spite of, it means it doesn't matter what I experience, what I feel, what I see, what they say, what they think, what happened, what has not happened. It's not going to change my decision to choose purpose, right? And learning to do life in spite of life is probably the biggest thing somebody would ever have to learn. So I think that was the most impactful, hands down, for me, because a lot of people quit too easy. And that series gave us the tools to live life in spite of.
Wow. Wow. I definitely, what I need to do as a viewer, and I challenge the rest of the viewers to do, this is a challenge. Go back and watch the momentums that you have missed.
Wow.
Because there is a different oil on every one of those episodes. And I feel as if it's recorded, it's there, go change your life. Go get your life changed.
I like that. That's a t-shirt. Get your life changed.
Yeah. But as we are about to embark on a new level of enlightenment,
Sure.
this next series right around the corner, what can the viewers expect?
More challenging content, more aha moments, more mornings where you ask the question, was Pastor in my conversation? Did y'all tell him? Pastor, I was just praying about that, and you came and you said exactly what was in my mind. What can you expect? I believe you can expect more content that is applicable to our lives, right? Done in a way and in a platform that we can understand it, embrace it, and relate to it. I'm excited about what God gave me for next month, right? This time last year, I talked about love being in February, and I just deemed it the love month. But God, in essence, with that same thing, we're going to talk about the components of love, but we're going to do it in a way that's going to meet us all where we are. Man, it's going to be so great. I'm excited about this next series. I thought this was going to be a teaching series at church. I thought I had it down for a long time, but God never released me. But he released me to teach it in this momentum platform. So I'm going to have 21 days to break this thing down and hopefully help us. You do not want to miss February. You don't.
Oh, I'm not going to miss it.
You don't.
I'm not going to miss it. I am excited for
You don't.
February.
You don't.
Wow. All right. Whew. Wow. This is such a loaded interview. There's so much wisdom being given off, so much. I can tell there's a lot of wisdom behind you that God has blessed you with.
Thank you. To God be the glory.
Definitely.
Appreciate
definitely.
you, sir.
So where do you see Morning Momentum by the end of this upcoming series of next month?
Wow. I see God continuing to meet us. I see people's lives continuing to change. It's amazing how many testimonials, how many messages, whether it be voicemails or messages I get with tears behind them, with emotions attached. People are really getting free from deep-rooted pain and scars and trauma. And I'm excited about it. I think my prayer is, and I feel at the end of February, the platform would have grown even the more. I think after February, it will set us up for more live sessions. One of the things that I'm so excited about February, I get a chance to be a part of a women's retreat in Myrtle Beach where I'm going to do a live taping for the first time on that Friday morning. And so it's going to give me a feel at getting my feet wet at taking Morning Momentum on the road. And so I believe that's going to open up a whole nother avenue to go and minister to people around the country in a live environment, to have healing sessions and workshops and really allow people to experience what happens over the airways in person. And I think that's just going to unlock a whole nother door for what God does with this platform. So I think after February, we will know the power of that live session to be able to grow and build from and just take this momentum brand to a whole nother space.
Wow. I am excited
Yeah.
to hear about how that first live session goes. You know,
Yeah.
you definitely deserve to have not only an online platform, but a platform where people can catch this wisdom face to face.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to be a different feel when you hear, or when you're in front of the people. It's going to be a different connection, a different spiritual anointing in the room.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, sir.
You've been such a great person to interview, and we've come to the time to where I feel as if it's a very important thing. This is going to leave room for you to open up your mind to pour into or ask things of the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything that you want to say to your morning momenters?
First and foremost, thank you. First word is thank you. Second word is grateful. Third word is appreciative. Fourth word is excited. And following those words, I would say anticipate. Anticipate what God is going to do. Yes, embrace what he's already done, but anticipate what he's going to do. I would say to my momenters, as I thank you for what you've done, I challenge you to stay committed to a platform that we see is changing lives. How do I stay committed? By continuing to watch, continuing to do what we call on the platform warm share or warm tag. What does that mean? That means we don't just tag a person and place something in their inbox, but we send them a warm message, a personal message, along with the link to the broadcast, and say, hey, sis, hey, bro, I'm a part of this movement. Something was said today that I think will bless your life. I thought about you. I want you to take the time to listen to this when you get a chance. You'll be amazed at what that does. So I would ask you to look, to participate, to share, to like, to tag, and to support. This takes finances, and to do what we want to do, to take this around the country, to build the staff, to get better, to get broader, to be more accurate in our presentation, takes finances. So if you love it and your heart is with it, the Bible says where your heart is, your treasure will be. And so I ask that you trust me with this platform, that I would do what God has called me to do, and pray for it. That's probably the last and probably the most important thing. Pray for this platform. Pray for doors to open. Pray for connections. Pray that my name and this name be whispered into the right rooms, into the right ears of the right people. Pray that God would give us space and room to stretch out and finally become what he has for this platform to become. So that's what I would say. Support it, share it, finance it, and pray for it. That's it.
Wow. Here we are at the end of the first, but not the last, interview with the man himself, Bradley Taylor. Well, while we're here, I'm pretty sure everyone already knows, but for the new people that are going to see this, where can they find this beautiful morning momentum?
All my social media platforms, 7 a.m., BA Taylor _6 is YouTube and Instagram at BA Taylor _6. Facebook, simply Bradley Taylor. If you have Twitter, we are working on getting content out there. Haven't really locked down the live portion, but you will see reels. Not Twitter. Help me out. TikTok. Yep. Now Twitter, if you want me to hit me on Twitter as well, just to follow me there. I am BA Taylor _6 on Twitter as well, and BA Taylor _6 on TikTok. So you'll start any one of my social media platforms that you frequent, you can find me. Not only my live presentations, but my reels as well. Connect with me. Send me a note if it's being a blessing to you. Let me know that I'm reaching you. It means the world to me. It really does. So you can find me at any one of, if you're on it, chances are I am too. All right. So just follow me on whatever platform is best suitable to your needs.
All right. You heard the man himself. For the viewers of Momentum, I challenge you to tell your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your sister, let everyone get a chance to enjoy such a beautiful ministry that's going to change their life. Everybody, we need, as the viewers, to show up and show out strong for this first day. Let's show the man of God that we love him and appreciate what he does, not just for us, but for himself. Let's show him some love.
Appreciate you, man.
We thank you, Mr. Bradley Taylor.
Appreciate you, bro.
And we thank you, the viewers. We thank you all so much.
See y'all in February.